Right, well thanks for joining me today while I eat bugs and other wild stuff floating around. Doing a few review videos on gear I've had for quite a while. Done a review on the 511 Rush 12. I've just done a review on the DD Travel Bivvy, and now this brings us back to the bag for a review on the DD 4x4 MC, the Mike Charlie, which stands for multicam. Now it's not like you'd think multicam if you know your Camo. This is their own multicam. It's not Woodland, it's not DPM. This is the DD 4x4 in multicam. Main camp for today. All I've got out the bag so far is my cordage pouch. Got some pegs, carabiners, random bits of cordage in here, which will help me set this up. I leave on each corner on all my bashes and tarps cordage for just it's quicker and easier. I like it, some people don't. Each to their own. It's not about the method, this is about the 4x4 tarp today. So however you set it up and which configuration, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to go around the size, the features, and the things I like about it, and the things I don't. Yeah, we'll start off with 550 paracord. Hopefully the bivvy doesn't get in the way too much. Just 2 pegs. I always leave cordage on the corners. Just personal choice. Like loops, like knots, but sometimes you can't beat added bit of paracord and a loop. Right, little problem on the far left, near left. Quickly bring the camera in and show you that while we're doing it. Well, the tarp, as nature will always have it, doesn't want to go around this tree, it's too saggy at the front. Go around this tree, it's too saggy at the back. It needs to be tied in the middle. There's no tie point in the middle, so we're going to create one with some cordage. There's nothing to do with the hammock, sorry, the tarp. Just while I've got a pouch of cordage, a short bit, probably the wrong size. And all my cordage has got loops at the end of it. It's not big enough to go around the item. You can make one. Done. Now you can do fancy knots, extend it. I've extended that corner and gone off to a tree over there, which would have been perfect, but that's more cordage, more to trip over, more to lose. So we're not worried about how I've done that. The fact is, it's done. Could have used a few more pegs at the back, but every time I put this up, I remember how big this damn thing actually is. 4x4 is a lot bigger than the British Army bashes that I'm used to previous wild camping. Can't remember how many points there are to tie it, so I'll add that in the screen here-ish. Ta-da! And we'll have a look at them. Centre points, stitched up there, stitched across there, stitched up there, stitched up there, box stitching at the end, single stitching on the top side. Good 2.5 loop exposed in total is like another inch, so maybe 3-inch loops, substantial loops. See if we can get. That's how big the loops are. But on the reverse side, the underneath reinforced. That's why they're only single stitched, hardened plastic. And that's the same with all of them. The loops are stitched both sides through both bits of material. DD, tarp, multicam. Same with the corner. Double stitched at the corner here at the stress point. The loop goes out, around, back in. And it's stitched through the reinforced bit, through the tarp, and through the other side of the fabric there. It's probably about 1 centimetre, maybe 12mm wide. There's another one in the middle, so you can have this offset. This is just a lean-to with a porch, or lean-to. You can bring this side down for an A-frame. Ideally, I probably need to either spread out the bottom corners further, or peg this middle one down, which we're not too bothered about doing. But why not? We had a random branch just sat there, so now the middle's pegged out, as you can see. Just backing into the trees here. Such a big tarp, we haven't actually got a lot of space to manoeuvre through the trees. Okay, it's nature, you can't choose them. That's the 4 metre by 4 metre DD tarp. Again, it's just looking at not so much the configurations, but quickly looking at the camo, the colours of it. I think we'll do a walk up there off camera, pivot and shoot back. The 3x3 might be more practical for a lot of people. You can see it there for the regimental forest. But it is non-reflective. Again, sticks out like a sore thumb there. I can't get too far away from it because the trees will just block it. This is quite a dense woodland. But that's it from a distance. So practicality, you could put a very decent tent underneath this as it's set up now. You could get a 4-man dome tent under there. Easily get a 4-man dome tent. Let's get on the tripod. Yeah, we've got half the tarp as the roof, and the other half's on the back, down the back on an angle. Try and get it a bit closer. Set up just below my shoulder height, which is still enough for plenty of headroom, kneeling down, sitting down, tending to firewood, cooking, getting changed. Can bring it down lower, bring it down to an A-frame. Bit excessive for bivvy usage, but in a really wet environment you want the ground surface to be as dry as possible around you. You wouldn't want the chance of the wind blowing any rain under, and with the size of this, it can blow under as much as it wants, it's not going to get you. There's not enough space here to set it up. It's like an arena shelter, 4 corners, pull the middle up. We haven't got enough space for that. We'll bring the sides down, we'll do a closed we'll do an A-frame and then a closed end A-frame, and then see how that looks. Again, sorry for the audio, I'm not sure if you're picking my voice up from in here. Right, so we're just going to untie or unloop. So like these knots, these look quicker in a hurry. Cold wet fingers, you have to faff around knots. Knots have their place and purpose, but not today. What are the odds of that? Everything right where I want to peg it down. Right, that's one. Now all that effort we went to for the other side, we're just going to put it down. See, that's quicker than a knot. While I'm here, I have my power cord back, so we don't forget it. So this is a rough A-frame. Again, we're not setting up perfectly, it's just demonstrations. There's your giant A-frame. That's probably about 3 meters across. 2 and a bit, a good 2 meters. That's socially distanced. Plenty of room in there for all your kit. As an A-frame, now to do a closed end A-frame, I'll probably have to reconfigure the whole thing and get it a lot higher. Yeah, we'll raise the ridge line and we'll do a closed end A-frame, but as an A-frame goes, that is yeah, massive. Closed end A-frame. People are going to moan that I haven't used the loops that are provided. There's loops, 1, 2, 3 loops, so you can suspend it from a ridge line. And all these people are now going to say that I haven't done that. I've just used the ridge line. I'm going to get 2 carabiners, try and get matching ones because we have OCD. Then we'll go inside. We're going to go close that off with just 1 carabiner. We could use 2 or 3. We could use bungee cord. We could use bulldog clips. We could use super glue, gaffer tape, gorilla tape, or natural glue from the pine trees, but today we're using carabiner. Right, we'll do the same for this side, the other end. Carabiner, probably won't reach. Carabiner. You can probably tie them corners together. Pinch a peg from the bivvy. There you go, peg down with a peg. And we'll do the same for the other side. We'll pinch a peg from the bivvy because we're not sleeping in it. Thank you, Dee Dee, for your complimentary pegs. Alright, that one's pegged out too. There's your closed end A-frame. I'm walking backwards into the trees. Again, superstructure, it's huge. The hammock will still fit in there. The bivvy still fits in there. There's still room either side. You can nearly stand up in that. It's going to keep the elements out quite well. Again, it's nothing to do with the configuration or how it's set up and what equipment I've used or the location. This is just an example of the 4 meters by 4 meters and is it sufficient for your needs. Try and get in this way because it's a bit of space. Just undo, we'll leave the bottom pegged in. We'll undo one side of the carabiner and there's enough of a flap there to get in and out. Right, try not to stand. And it's not tight, I haven't gone around and tightened it up. The kneel on the bivvy. This is me kneeling up. If I pulled it out tighter, there'd be a bit more space. But, flip the camera around again. Now forward facing. There's the bivvy, got space down that side, bit of room at the end. If I stand up, you can see the floor space. You get a double airbed in it easily. Right, I'm going to pull this down now, get a brew on the go. But that's a little review. I've used it a couple of times, not many times. I've still been using, as I said, either the hammock without a basher or tarp, or I think the configuration I had set down my old woods, I had the basher up permanently and just used to put the hammock underneath that. But that's predominantly the DD 4x4 multicam tarp that I would use with my DD travel hammock bivvy. Right, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll go a little zoom up, close up of the pattern and colours, and we will say thanks for watching, and please feel free to check out my other videos.